What's up, beautiful people? It's your host, Positive Gaming, and welcome to the Positive Gaming Show, where positivity and gaming come together as one. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Monday evening or morning or wherever you're at in the world. Live from New York. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing well. So today's video, we're gonna be talking about: Are you happy? I'm also playing Bloody Zombies in the background. So if you ever heard of this game and you want to try it out and have someone to play with, I'm available. I also got this game today. It's pretty fun. It's pretty dope. It looks pretty interesting. So I'm gonna be playing that in the background. But anyway, let's get to these. Let's get to this topic in hand. So, are you happy with your life? Are you happy with the things you are like? Are you happy with the life you have now? Like, are you happy with your job? Are you happy with your life? Are you happy with the people you have around you? Like, are you just happy in general? You know, you have to ask yourself this question every single day. And I have to. You have to, I have to. Everyone has to ask that question. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I happy with my life? You know, and some people end up not being happy. You know, some people end up lying to themselves, telling themselves that they're really fine when they're really not. And I can understand that, because I was that type of person. When people used to ask me if I was doing good, if I'm doing well, I used to just lie and say, yeah, I'm fine, I'm cool, when I'm really dealing with something. And sometimes I just don't want to bring people into my problems, you know, and that's just protecting the people around me, you know, because the way I see it is, every time people say to me, oh, I'm always here for you, you can talk to me if you need someone to talk to, I don't really take them on that offer, because I tried that. There's been times where I've been dealing with stuff, and then the people that I thought cared about me left. You know, like, sometimes there will be people that will just say, oh, I don't want to deal with your nonsense, with your bullshit, so I'm just done. Like, I'm just not talking to you anymore. And at the end of the day, what can I do? What can I do about that? What you want me to do? Chase them? I can't chase them, because that's their choice. If they decide to leave because they don't want to deal with my shit or deal with my issues, that's totally fine. But at the same time, when people tell me, oh, I'm here for you, you can talk, I don't really involve myself into that. I don't really like put myself in that situation, because I can't trust people anymore. You know, I can't really trust people when they say, oh, you can talk to me, I'm here for you. If you want to talk, I'm here. Just talk to me anytime, call me anytime, text me anytime. And then I feel like some people just say that just to shut you up. Like, some people just say that so you can like what you hear. You know, some people like to tell you the things that you want to hear, but sometimes people don't really mean it. You know, some people are meant to be in your life for a season, and some for a lifetime. And that's why I asked this question. Are you happy? Like, are you happy with your life? Are you happy with your job? Does your job make you depressed? Because I know the job I work at now, I hate my job, you know? And I'm grateful that I have a job, since we're dealing with this pandemic. But at the same time, the reason why I hate my job so much is because the way we are treated at our job is not the best environment, you know. And I'm not gonna go into full details. Maybe if I ever leave my job, I'll go into full details one day and talk about it, but not now. But it makes me unhappy, you know. Every time I wake up and I have to deal with the same bullshit every single day, I don't really feel comfortable working in that environment, you know. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. There's other people at my job that feels the same way I do, you know, and that's understandable. And when I ask this question to y'all, are you happy? Are you happy with your lives? Are you happy with your job? Are you happy with your life? Like, are there days where you just look in the mirror and you see yourself being sad all the time and just not really yourself lately, you know? And then I've been dealing with that myself. And the best way I've been dealing with it is I just been working on my passion. I've been working on my craft, you know. And I feel like when you work on something that you're passionate about, it helps you forget about all the negative emotions, and it helps you deal with all the stress that you're dealing with, and it helps you relax and it helps you become a better person in a way. That's how I see it, and the best thing about working on your craft, it can make you happy, because if you love what you do, it's going to make you happy and it's going to change your life forever. That's how I see it. And I ask this question every single day: are you happy? Because at the end of because when you really think about it, you can ask this person you can ask this person a lot of questions about if they're happy, if they're doing okay, and sometimes people can be lying to you. And some people are going through personal shit, and I can understand that. So like whenever someone tells me, oh, they're going through something or they're dealing with something and they just need someone to talk to, I listen. I'm not a person that's gonna judge you on the things you tell me. And I hate when people do that. Like if someone is going through something and you just go out your way to judge them or just criticize them right off the back, then I don't really understand that, because it's like that person that person is opening up to you. It doesn't give you the right to really criticize that person or to judge that person on what they're going through. If someone's going through a tough time, I feel like you should be there for them. Try to be there for them. If you don't want to be there for them, just explain to them. Just be honest with them. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a jerk. Just be honest and just tell them, listen, I don't want to. I'm not the best person to talk to. I feel like you should talk to someone else about it, and they will probably understand that, because they will know that you are not the best option to talk about their issues with, so they could talk to someone else. That's how I see it. And my experience with that is like there's been times where I've talked to people when I'm dealing with something personal. I just like there's been times where I will open up to a friend and tell them what I'm going through, and then they would just like basically some of them would judge me, and at the same time I will realize that those people are not my friends, because when you think about it, your real friends won't judge you on the stuff you're going through. Most people are going to tell you, oh, we all go through certain shit, we all go through shit, you have to toughen up and be man up and stuff like that. But at the same, and when people say that, I feel like those type of people that say that are weak. The reason why I say they're weak is because they see that as like they see, oh, you opening up to them and just telling them how you feel on how you are feeling. I feel like they just basically want you to just not talk about how you're feeling, and they just want you to be just like them and just have a cold-hearted mindset. Like, nah, that's not how you live life. That's not the best way to live life, because if you're really living that way, then it's going to be a terrible life. Because if you are going out your way to just like not be the best, like if you're like just going out your way just to like not open up to someone when you need someone to talk to, it's like why live like that? Like I'm not, no, matter of fact, let me rephrase that. I'm not calling anyone weak. What I'm saying is, when people are going out their way to just put up a front, like, oh, man up, toughen up, stop being a baby and stuff like that, I feel like those type of people are hurting themselves. I feel like those type of people are really dealing with something themselves, and it's like they probably went through the same thing you're going through. They probably opened up to someone and they didn't really have no one to talk to, so they saw it as, oh, well, you know what, I need to man up myself and just not talk about my problems and keep it within myself. That's a bad way to live, because if you're really living like that, it's not gonna get better. So I feel like if you have someone to talk to that person, and that's why I asked that question, are you happy? Because I feel like if you're not happy, it's time for you to talk to someone, or to get help, or just to just talk to anyone, because it's a better chance for you to get that thing off your chest that's bothering you. The things that make you happy, you can always cut those out. Like, if something in your life is making you happy and it's easy to cut out, I think you should really cut that out. Like if you have like a toxic relationship with a friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a family member, I feel like you can cut that out. And a family member is gonna be hard to cut out because it depends on what kind of family member it is. Like if it's a mom or a dad or a brother, you probably see them every day. But at the same time, you can always have a conversation with that person so they can understand where you're coming from. When it comes up to friends and relationships, I feel like if someone is making you unhappy, it's time for you to leave. Because why stay with a person that's not making you happy? And the definition of not making someone happy is treating them like shit, making them feel less of themselves. That's not making someone happy. That's making them feel like shit. And that's something we shouldn't be doing at all. We should be treating each other with respect and love and care. But people don't do that nowadays. People just treat each other like shit, and it's sad. It's really sad. It's not the best way to live. I don't know why people do this. It's just the world we live in, and it's really fucked up. But I feel like if the things that's making you sad and making you not happy or unhappy, I feel like those things you can really cut out your life. If it's your job that's making you unhappy, I'm not gonna tell you to quit your job, because that's what I did one day. Like that's what I did. Like I was so unhappy at my job, I quit. I was able to get my job back, but at the same time, what I had to realize that you can't certain situations, because it's like if something is really making you happy, because like I said before earlier, my job makes me unhappy. Every time I get up, I just be like, what's the point of me coming into this environment and I'm being treated like shit, and it's just like I work hard for what I got, and it's just like they treat me like shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, well, should I quit and find something better? And yes, I could do that. It's my choice. I'm able to do that. And it's hard to find something now because of the pandemic. But at the same time, if something is making you unhappy, you have the power to cut it out your life. You have the power to make things better, because you have the control of your life. No one else does. So you do. You have the power to make things happen for yourself, not for others. Always remember that. So if your job or friends or family or a relationship or whatever is making you unhappy, you have the power to cut that thing out your life that's making you unhappy. Always remember that. But this is Positive Gaming. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this helped you out with any issues you're going through. And enjoy the rest of the gameplay. And peace.